Hi there. Today's tutorial is about Quizlet, which is an online flashcard generator that students can use to practice. It will give you a URL that you can paste into emails, you can upload to Edmodo, where you can have students practice your set of vocabulary flashcards at home for homework or even in class in groups. Now, Quizlet is a website, quizlet.com, and it's also an iPad or iPod application. The only problem being is that the app on iPads is not going to have the same functionality as the web version. So what you'll see today is the web version of Quizlet.com, which is very easy to use and incorporate in your classroom. Aside from being free, Quizlet is great for many other reasons. First of all, you can search flashcards that other teachers have made and you can use those as well. And secondly, this translates to every language, so you can use it for foreign languages, and it's a study skill that once students know, they can carry with them to other classes. So once going into Quizlet.com on your browser, you'll see this screen. And you're going to hit the sign up button, which is right here. And once you hit that sign up button, you'll be prompted to create a Quizlet account. You'll have some information to enter, a username, an email, a password. You're going to agree to the terms, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to click sign up right here, and it will prompt you to the next screen. This is basically your homepage and what it will look like. I want to point out a couple of features that I think are extremely helpful and useful to you. I recommend creating a class. That way you'll keep yourself organized and your flashcards will be organized. I also recommend creating folders to your different subjects. That way you can, again, organize all the different Quizlets that you make. For a time saver, you can actually search Quizlet and enter in something like Grade 5 Ecology if you wanted to see what flashcard sets have already been created for you. And if you actually want to start from scratch, this is the Create a Set button that you'll use to get you to the next page. I did want to show you what the search button looked like. So on the previous screen, I showed you a search option. This is what your search option gives you. I searched for Ecology Grade 5, as you can see right here, and it spit out over 5,000 sets. So sure, it might be something that's beneficial, but these sets are so easy to create that I just recommend starting on your own. You're going to go ahead and hit Create Set, and you're going to start creating a new study set. You'll give your set a title. You'll enter a description. You're going to make the set public and visible to everyone, and then you can decide who you want to edit it. Usually, I keep the editor to just me. Now you're ready to start entering your terms. You're going to choose your language and obviously recommend English with an English definition, and then you'll go ahead and you'll start entering number 1 with your first word. You'll enter in your first word right here. This is what your screen looks like. You have your title, you have your description, it's visible to everyone, you have it set from English to English, and you have your first word, triangle. I want to point out to you the most amazing feature. This feature right here, after I click triangle, I'm going to hit auto-define triangle for me, and what that does is this. Without me having to type anything, it's going to spit out 27 different definitions of the word triangle. All I do is I quickly browse through, I select the one I want, I hit use that one, and I'm ready to move on. I don't have to type in my definitions, which means huge time saver. I can complete a set of about 15 flashcards in about 3 minutes. And you would do the same thing with as many vocabulary words as you want. And again, you can import images if you want, you can add images to your flashcards. I just kind of use the text, call it a day, and move on. Once you're done with your flashcards, you're going to have a few different options. You're going to click the Add to Class or Add to Folder, which are your options right here and right here. And again, just for organizational purposes, for you to find these sets after you make them, I definitely suggest putting them into a class and putting them into your folder. This is what makes Quizlet so great. After you create a set of flashcards, you are going to have 6 different options. Your students are going to have 6 different options that they can use to learn these terms. They can do just simple flashcards. They can learn them kind of like fill in the blank. They can take a test, which is going to be multi-modality. It's going to be great. They'll have true, false, fill in the blank. They can play different races and games, which they love, and they can compete against each other with students in the class and kind of go for top scores, which they love. And then there's also a spelling feature. The other option you're going to have is to share this set, which I highly recommend. I don't share this set as an email like the very first option. Instead, I use the short URL that they have. And what I will do with this URL is I will highlight it, I will copy it, and then I'll go into Edmodo and I'll add a note to my class, and I'll just add this as a link. I will paste this as a link into my Edmodo class for whoever I want to share this with, my math class, my science class, and then they will all have access to this Quizlet that I made. The other thing that you can do with these flashcards is you can actually print them out. So students can choose to print them out, they can cut them out, and now they have vocabulary flashcards that they don't need index cards to do. They can print them out in small images, large images, like index cards, and it's great. They just open it up as a PDF and print it. What you see right now is what students will see when they select the Learn feature of it. I want to point out an amazing tool. This feature right here allows your words to be actually read aloud to your students. If you select audio on, when a student sees this flashcard, it will actually speak them the word, and when they flip it, they'll actually be read the definition. Great for your students on IEPs that maybe need that read aloud to them, and again, just a great study tool. Students can choose, do you want to start with a term first? Do you want to start with a definition? Do you want these to just kind of shuffle through? This right here is the Learn feature, so they're given the definition and they have to insert the answer, which they would put right there, and it also keeps track of incorrect and correct responses, and it gives them the option of what they want to see first. Do you want to see the term first, or do you want to see the definition first? The spelling feature, they'll have to spell the word triangle. Again, not something that I'm using when I'm just focused on vocabulary, but another great feature that it has. This is one of my favorites. This is the test mode, and what it is it's different modalities of asking test questions. You can see right here all the different options. Lots of different options, and then you can also choose what you want to start with first. And it will just ask them a set of questions, again, to practice the vocabulary that they just learned. So this right here is a matching game, and the idea of the game is to match up word and definition, and you would just drag the word on top of its definition. So for example, I would have to take the quadrilateral card and I would have to put it on top of that card, and then they would both disappear. And again, it's going to time me, and these times are displayed to your classmates, so it's kind of like a race against each other. They love it. So there's my time, and it will be published because it's under my class, under Mrs. Salavota's class, and they'll get to see other students' times. This is the report that they'll see right here, and these are the students, and it tells them their scores. They love it. I can also go to my list, which is right here, or I can go to class progress, which is right here, and I can kind of see how many people studied this. These are all their different profiles of kids who have studied it, when they studied it, how long they studied it, what their score was on the games that they played. It's great. I hope after this tutorial you understand Quizlet and see that it's really simple to use and incorporate within your classroom. I hope this video made you feel less overwhelmed and more, I can do this. Thanks for watching.